Okay, we got the Hulk versus Godzilla. Honestly, I don't know who will win this one, man. I kind of want to say Godzilla, but then again, the Hulk got a lot of stuff too. So you know, the Hulk can die. I don't know, man. I don't know. I might get the Hulk, man. Cause you know, this right here, you really can't judge it. Cause you just look at the size, man. The size. You know, the Hulk can. I think the Hulk probably can get this judged, but just based on the size. I don't know, man. I think the Hulk might get this, but let's check this out though. It could be Godzilla, but then again, you won't be surprised to be on the Hulk now. Cause okay, we just gotta see. Cause I want to get. I might say the Hulk, bro. I might get the Hulk, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
The Hulk versus Godzilla.
Marvel's Green Goliath against the King of the Monsters.
And I can't believe people be saying King Kong can beat Godzilla. I'm like, man, those who saying that clearly never saw Godzilla back in the days. Like them some young people that saying King Kong can beat Godzilla. I'm like, bro, get out my face with that. They gotta be trolling.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. What is the Hulk? Is he man? Is he monster?
I like the Hulk that it's like another. Let me just say, yeah.
Or is he both?
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb.
A weapon designed by the greatest gamma scientist of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner.
But just before it went up, Bruce had to be a hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site. Damn it, Rick.
That day, Bruce Banner died.
And became the Incredible Hulk. A pissed off giant who must be really glad Bruce wears the purple stretch fit.
Standing 8 feet tall and stronger than 10 million men, the Hulk emerges when Banner's anger flares.
Don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
But it's even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with many different Hulks embodying alternate personalities.
Like Joe Fixit, the original Grey Hulk. He's a cunning gangster and the only Hulk who's got that drip.
The Devil Hulk is a violent, overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse.
Holy shit! Somebody actually drew this?
But the Hulk everyone knows, the big guy, is known as Savage Hulk. It seems he also developed from parental abuse.
There's some of this stuff I didn't know about the Hulk now.
It's his childlike personality, though I'd argue he's more clever than you'd expect.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner. See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
Oh, they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding. The alter best representing this would be the Professor Hulk, a balanced blend of Banner's brain and the Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet.
That like the only Hulk I probably like. Well, that Hulk and that other Hulk, like, I think it's that other Hulk too, man. I just don't know what Hulk is. I forget it's that other Hulk though. I like this Hulk too though.
But what about when Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk, what do you get?
The Green Scar.
The World Breaker!
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and fury surges, mixing Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a conqueror.
I know he like fighting gods. I think this probably the Hulk. I could be wrong though.
Is strong enough to lift 150 billion tons of rock, jump from New Mexico to Florida in a single bound, and shake all the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once. He was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say World Breaker, we mean it. While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point, he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself. Not even Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone, and the Hulk just broke it. by himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the Avengers first assembled because none of them could take down Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor, the Hulk consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force, with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed countless Celestials. Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
Hulk tore a universe apart with just a clap. Good luck with that, Hammer Man. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and other radiation in various ways.
Yeah, like regenerating from fatal wounds. Even getting ripped apart by Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
It gets weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes? And
see, I never knew Hulk can do I never knew Hulk can do that right now. I didn't know Hulk can do that right now. But I guess it's the angry he get though.
read people's minds? Oh, also, he can see ghosts and give him a good old-fashioned Hulk
See, I think this the Hulk on somebody, 'cause he got that armor and stuff.
smash.
Hulk can break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves into the empty white between panels, a gutter space beyond time and concept.
What, like how She-Hulk can for some reason break the fourth wall and talk to the reader? Oh, wait, that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly. In real life, gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell.
On Earth 616, gamma radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody really understands.
Except for Bruce.
That's right. Dr. Banner is a certified genius with 7 PhDs. According to Norman Osborn, he's the 4th smartest person on the planet.
And that's comparing him to big brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
Banner built the Collider Synchrotron, a machine that can scan the entire multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up Hulk like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his Gamma Bomb was to be non-lethal, only targeting inorganic material.
But Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a bit more boom. They can't blame him.
Fearing its ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was before. Easy as that. It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back, ready to rumble. The green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all. The dark side of the one above all.
That's right, God has a Hulk, and it wants Bruce to bring about the end of all things. But Hulk just said, nah.
So, what is the Hulk? An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk, and Hulk's the strongest one there is.
Yeah, I think the Hulk might win, bro. Like, okay, let's see what Godzilla doing. I always loved Godzilla when I was little, bro. I used to watch all of them back in the day, bro. When I was little, bro. Godzilla was that thing, bro.
The year was 1946. The press gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb. But many leagues beneath their feet, something ancient stirred.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters.
This when I was watching Godzilla, bro, right here, I was a little kid.
was pretty pissed off over the worst wake-up ever, so he swam to Japan for one hell of a crash out.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this mutilated radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening, it seemed prophetic. The bomb was just the beginning. Man had sparked the end of times.
Complete with googly eyes, and the most epic roar ever.
Over the years, there have
And
been...
once again, I couldn't. But yeah, they are entitled to their opinion. I couldn't believe that people really thought King Kong can beat Godzilla. Bro, I've been watching Godzilla when I was a kid, bro. Oh, I still couldn't stand when they said I had a toy with Godzilla.
many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around, not including Manila, the Scrappy-Doo of kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy-Doo.
Despite the variety, Godzilla is somewhat consistent, so we'll examine his entire history, focusing on the larger releases. In most iterations, Godzilla is a rare theropod that went dormant for millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Goji smashes through skyscrapers with ease. He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath!
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive heat. With an estimated range of 1,100 miles, it can exceed 500,000 degrees Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or, life energy from a giant pterodactyl, he can do way more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power, and spins.
Or he can blast it out of his back and fly. Well, he could always do that, I guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy built up, Godzilla can blast a nuclear pulse out of his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions, like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech piloted by Hatsune Miku?
There's also a number of era-exclusive powers. Shin Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can fire rays from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Effectively a living nuclear reactor, Shin possesses a natural phased array radar that can detect and attack threats automatically. And Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000 years, could make a barrier only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got busy.
You know, it's kind of hard to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla can be when you're bringing up this sort of thing.
So Godzilla really got some agility, bro. He can hey yo, Godzilla know how to play b-ball too now.
Yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed 200,000 tons, or when he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Then he went to hell, fought some fucked up versions of God and Satan, and atomic breath at Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's scary enough for you? God, I want a Dr. Pepper.
With such awesome might, he's battled the most dangerous of foes, like King Ghidorah and
I never liked that one right there, man. Cause that thing, I never liked this one, bro. Cause they, like, I think back in the day they used to cheat so much, bro. Cause it was a 3-headed versus Godzilla, bro. I didn't know it like that, bro. Cause it was a 3-headed monster, bro, versus Godzilla, bro. That was cheap.
In Godzilla vs. Megalon, Gigan flew from the M Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000 light years away.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen Destroyer. Developed in secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
He got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies. You can blow off his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
Or evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's always possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations clearly showcase instantaneous evolution.
And super forms! He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the Oxygen Destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned another Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Okay, why Japan? Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He stomped around the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of both their devastation and resilience. A reminder of the threat of nuclear war and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory. To him, a stomping through Osaka is just another patrol.
He's not always so bad, though. He can be super protective, defending other monsters, his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's two types of Godzillas: the monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well, there is a third type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question. How does Godzilla walk?
On two legs, Wiz, obviously.
But according to Square Cube law, those legs should be crushed under his own weight.
Oh god, here we go again.
A creature like Godzilla cannot realistically exist. This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point. If Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly! What if all kaiju come from a higher plane of existence with no regard for the known laws of physics? This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a transtemporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
This archetype can enter any timeline to terraform the Earth and all of reality so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace back to one singular point: Godzilla Ultima.
Sporting the wide grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test for humanity, a challenge laid out by an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes, we get why that happened. But to someone who exists in only a 2D plane, the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about. Come a really long way from Big Lizard Smash Building, huh?
This shadow, this wannabe god, desires to play with and destroy every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Through Ultima, this entity sees the universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima himself is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Think of it this way: if something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And now my head hurts. TLDR, Ultima tried to bring about a catastrophe that would end the universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey,
The orthogonal diagonalizer.
to zap all of archetype into its final form, cutting off the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it. Because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that makes him the king.
Look at the skulls, gaze into their eyes. Now
what's
fallen
up?
into terrible.
Like a bunch of extinct.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
I don't know who I got. Like I said, I might get to the Hulk though, but I don't know.
battle!
All because he could break through like the fourth walls and stuff like that. That's the reason why I probably get to him.
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
Oh my God. Just like that.
All right, Hulk. Time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
No! Hulk stays! You think you're strong? I scan the world! Stay down!
See, that's the thing. See, Godzilla arms a little too little and stuff. Oh my. Oh my.
Stupid lizard.
I think I understand.
It's been days since the battle began, and the red dust is spreading. Godzilla has grown in size, but we believe we are...
God, dog.
How does it work?
Well, smash. A million, trillion to one and rising. That's the odds. Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster. 2 + 2 is 5. A right angle is 80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma. 1,000 times. A million. A trillion. I just need one. You did it, big guy. We did it.
KO!
Hey, that was nice right there.
Okay, run this by me. What happened?
It's complicated, so let's break this down into 3 categories. First up, power. Most versions of Godzilla can shrug off black holes and extinction level events, tag beyond light speed foes like Gigan, blow up planets. However, the Hulk is beyond that.
The big guy clapped a universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads. In a straight fight with a classic Godzilla, 616 Hulk smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima changes things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament, which could overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of a being not entirely unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the gap in power becomes nebulous. Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stats.
Especially when you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop. Even with their healing factors, both could technically kill each other, but then just come right back.
The green door instantly appears when Hulk goes to the below place, and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar. So both Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what was happening in those other dimensions. So let's examine the layers of their multiverses. Marvel's Cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow, and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
Since the one below all mirrors the one above all, the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In comparison, the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite, but does not have the same sort of transcending layers above and below. This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the entity's reach.
So the real question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's entity can't affect the below place, could Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed the universe?
It all comes down to Gamma and Archetype. Ultima was defeated in the anime by using a trans-temporal superdimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer, turning Archetype against itself.
Ultima endlessly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to work with. And Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach through a singular point. But that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is an expert on particles from a greater dimension that mutate reality beyond our understanding.
Who made a device with those particles that breaks space-time, like the diagonalizer? Who made a supercomputer that scanned the infinite multiverse with the speed of a hypermind, like the dimension calculator? Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including Banner. Even if Ultima's catastrophe destroyed the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this could end, and only one person who could make it so.
Even among gods and monsters, man was the Ultima weapon.
The winner is Bruce Banner.
Next time on Death
Okay, let's
Battle.
do the next one. Soul Eater. Okay.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
I don't know who I'm gonna get to this one, but you already know, man. Like about that, man.